Bankers and lenders are the gatekeepers for wealth and a shot at the American dream. But as Jasmine Stiles found, some black business owners are having trouble gaining access.
People question our sanity when we say we're going to open up a restaurant in this area.
Life is a numbers game for Elihu and Carolyn Brayboy. Married for 41 years, business partners for a little more than 7, born and bred in the Deuces, 1 successful restaurant, and 0 loans.
We applied for a $5,000 line of credit with Bank of America in 2014, and they denied the application.
But even without the help, Chief's Creole Cafe became a success. But like other restaurants, was hit hard by the pandemic.
We find that obtaining financing is very difficult.
But they decided to try again in June. The couple spent hours filling out the application for the federal Paycheck Protection Program loan.
Less than 10 minutes, they sent us a response. Ineligible.
You had to be both a depositor and have a loan. And we did not have a loan.
A recent study shows federal small business loans to black businesses was on the rise between 2006 and 2008. But then, during the Great Recession, dropped from 8 to 3%.
We know we have an unfair financial marketplace. We know that lending discrimination still exists. We know that access to credit is not equal.
Ashley Harrington works with the Center for Responsible Lending, a nonprofit aimed at leveling the financial playing field. We saw the stories of major companies like Shake Shack and Kanye West's Yeezy line getting millions in paycheck protection loans. Harrington believes the money banks get to facilitate those big loans makes lending to small businesses less favorable.
That also limited the incentives of banks to work with the really small businesses, the businesses owned by people of color, because they're making a lot less money to do the same amount of work.
After calls for transparency, the U.S. Small Business Administration recently put out the list on who was receiving paycheck protection loans. We looked at the breakdown on race and found hundreds of thousands of Florida businesses receiving these loans categorized as unanswered.
It was never a goal of theirs to actually collect, track, and release this data.
Harrington says the biggest obstacle black businesses face is going through a lender. A recent Federal Reserve report found 27% of black-owned businesses did not even apply for loans because they feared they'd be turned down.
It's kind of like when you're trying to date someone who rejects you. Do you go back again when you know what they said the first time is what they meant?
The Brayboys say race has definitely been a factor as of late, but in a good way. When word spread about them getting denied the Paycheck Protection loan, Elihu says the Black Lives Matter movement and the heightened awareness to support black businesses got an ally to step up.
A restaurateur in Tampa called us up and asked us what could he do to help.
He really connected us with a smaller bank. We did the same 3-hour application, the prep work for it, applied and was approved.
The difference was the attitude of the bank.
In the end, it worked out, and Chief's Creole Cafe was given a fighting chance. But Elihu says the financial marketplace needs to be more accessible to everyone.
There's no way you can do the growth of equality and equity without access to capital.
In St. Petersburg, I'm Jasmine Stiles.